tide where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown. On a journey, you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost. With tales that chill and spirits roam, a freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Welcome to the midnight tide where shadows whisper, darkness hides. We're diving deep into the unknown. On a journey, you're not alone. From haunted halls to specters lost, we'll guide you through the eerie frost. With tales that chill and spirits roam. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show. The freaking awesome paranormal show. Ghostly whispers, ancient tomes, mysteries in haunted homes. Brace yourselves, it's time to go. The freaking awesome paranormal show.
The engine is starting up.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
There we are. Here we are. What's up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan.
And this is Rhonda.
We are here on a Thursday night
Yep.
waiting on Dana. There she is.
It's
I
hard
think.
to get.
They did her the bloop, but there. Yep. Here she is. Let's welcome Dana to the show here. There we go. Hello.
What's going on here?
Yay, we can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Hear it for a minute.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, man. So I looked up the holidays for today, and I was very surprised to learn that today is the end of the world.
What?
Oh,
Yes. It is the end of the world. That's where the holiday is. So we appreciate all you people hanging out with us during the end of the world.
Right.
And I don't know if the tarot cards will do you much good. If the world's
sorry,
ending
one
today.
second.
You're good. It's also national.
maybe you need to know if the world is ending where you're going to end up.
That's true.
Maybe,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I going to end up if this is the end of the world?
Oh.
On air.
Hi, good evening. A man named Brian, 55, is obsessed with my dog at 26. He is making plans to take her away from the family and do what? He has a girlfriend. Why is she helping? How dangerous is this person? I mean, 55 with a 26-year-old. He has a girlfriend. That seems like. I mean, it seems pretty dangerous to me.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I don't think you need the cards to tell you that. I mean, it's pretty messed up.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Hopefully you guys can work that out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I would say be careful with him for sure. What do you guys think?
Is this like a request for a reading? Do they want me to pull cards on this, or?
Do you want a reading?
Because I usually
He
do
is just
blind
stalking
readings so
her.
that I'm not read.
So he's a stalker and not someone she's actually involved with. What are his intentions?
Well, I can tell you his intentions without
Not
even
good.
reading the cards.
Especially if she's not engaging with him and he's just stalking and obsessing, and
Yeah.
never a good situation.
No, definitely not.
Do you feel comfortable doing a reading for her?
I mean, normally that's not like, I just don't like to be led by the cards, and I don't like to have too much information, but I can do a 3-card pull. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the less information we have, the better. But it is National Notebook Day as well. So
I
all
love
you
a good notebook. Look,
you
got
should
one
look at
right
this.
here with
We're
me.
celebrating. Woo!
The amount
like
of pens
notebooks
and
and
notebooks
pens.
I have.
And National Memo Day.
Take a memo on your notebook.
That's right. we know how to party over here in the Freakin' Awesome
Leave your
Paranormal
last
Show.
memo in your notebook on the end of the world.
That's right. You say we know how to end the world on the right note with our notebooks and our memos.
Right on.
All right.
What's up, Dennis?
Hey, Dennis.
Lois is in the house.
Hey, Lois.
We are actually live here, guys. So this is a Thursday, but
This
we
is
are
a
live.
Thursday. We are live. We are not on TikTok. This is not a figment of your imagination.
No, it's
All right.
not.
So what I got here was I got this. I I'm getting that there is going to be some healing. So it seems like a positive outcome. However, it looks like there is something that needs to be moved away from. I don't know if he's working through something and he needs to move away, or if there's something that she needs to move away from. And it looks like there's a little bit of like not understanding going on. Like, I feel like there's more to the situation than the information that we have. Like, I believe that everything you're saying is true, but I feel like there's a little bit of missing information that needs to come to light. But I do see that there is an inability to move on. And it seems like communication, there's something up with the communication. And if we can clear this out, then it's going to lead to balance and healing. I'm wondering, because with the cards are in reverse, I'm wondering, I think we need to stop all communication and just put a stop to it. And I would definitely check everything. Let me get a little bit more of the situation here. Give me 1 second. Okay. I feel like, so with the context, like, I don't want to, I prefer to go in blind because I don't want to read too much into this with the conflicts, but I feel like there's some type of miscommunication or blocking of communication. So I don't know if maybe the girlfriend doesn't know, and that's why we're blocking that's the blockage of communication. And but I feel like there's something that needs to happen. Like there's someone that needs to something that needs to move forward. It seems to me like when I'm looking at this that there's something that is appealing, and I feel like maybe the younger girl is maybe an empath. She's kind of got her shit together. She's working towards like independence, growth, and all of those things. And from the outside, like on paper, she looks amazing, and that amazingness is kind of drawing people into her. But I also feel like there's a lot of things that are like wrong in maybe his head, like a little bit of like delusions and things like that, or, you know, stuck in the imagination, imagining things that aren't possible. But I do see change coming. I do see that change is coming. So I would just rely on strength, and I would say trust your gut, trust your intuition.
Hope that helps. I mean, good luck with everything that's going on with.
It's a lot to deal with. We're sorry
Yeah,
you have to go through that. It has to be very scary,
especially when you're dealing with your kids and you feel kind of helpless.
Yep.
But you're doing what you can to help her.
You're welcome.
Oh man. So we got some time before I guess people aren't used to coming here on Thursdays.
Right.
Yeah.
But because I'm a psychic, no, it's really not because I'm a psychic. I know one of our viewers would like a reading already. So
really?
Lois Clark would like a reading when you have a moment.
Okay, there we go. What is going on here? I'm just so thrown off tonight, and I think it's just because it's a Thursday and not a Tuesday.
I know.
I know it's weird,
Me
right?
too.
Yeah.
It's weird because if we're on TikTok, it feels completely natural.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and it's like I'm not in the room that I normally read in.
No, you're in a different room, which is actually throwing me off a little bit
Me
too.
too.
Yeah, and like the lighting's off, so I feel like, oh, what's going on here? And
wow.
but like
that's bad.
I've read out of this room before. I actually did a reading recently out of this room just
All
because
right,
like
I'm
my
gonna take my
living
dog
room's
out.
kind of out of
real
commission
quick.
right now, and there's great energy in here. It's just that like I don't know, I'm so thrown off.
You'll get used to it.
All right, and
I'll
you
be
said
right back.
Lois wants a reading?
Yeah, Lois Clark would like a reading.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my dog out real quick. She's being whiny.
Okay.
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 All right. Hi, Lois. Where'd that card go? The cards also blend in with the floor in this room, so I'm like, where did it go? Alrighty. Alrighty, so what I see here is we're kind of stuck right now. I feel like it seems like a transition. It feels like you're in a situation where you've kind of like, you know that you're in a good place. Like, you don't need any validation from anybody. You kind of like understand who you are. You've put the work in. You're seeing that. You've kind of like mastered your craft, or I'm hearing like mastered your emotions, even though who really masters their emotions, but maybe there's some growth there. And you're crossed by this needing to learn or wanting to learn something new. It's almost like I feel like you're switching a path. Like, I don't know if this is actually the true situation, but the only analogy I can think of is like when you've created a career in one path and then you decide to kind of branch off into something similar but different, and you need to learn all of that new stuff. It kind of feels like that. Like, there's a comfortability and an understanding of where you're at, but there's like a little bit like a branching off. And it feels like this branching off is going to be something that's going to strike a fire in you. And it almost feels like maybe you're getting a little bit more playful, a little bit more creative with this kind of new situation or whatever is crossing you. Now, when I look to what I see in the future, I do see stability and abundance, and it looks like there's kind of like you're rooted in your knowledge. Like, again, like you're confident. You're like, okay, like I got this. But there is a little bit of a blockage right now. So it looks like towards the outcome of the situation or the desired goal is to kind of like lean in a little bit more to the masculine side of you. And understand that that's okay, that we all have masculine and feminine energies, and that you're going to need a little bit of assistance from like a more masculine energy. What I'm seeing in the past that's kind of like gotten you to this point is it looks like you really did. You planted the seeds, and now the time is like coming to be able to reap your harvest. But I'm also seeing that you were stuck with a decision in the past where you were like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I move forward? Like I'm getting on like whatever the situation was, you didn't just want to like get through it. You wanted to dominate it. And then when I look into the future, it looks like there might be a need for collaboration, but there's a little bit of a blockage right now. So I don't know if that's like a personal thing, like having issues with control and not being able to hand over the reins, or if there's like something else going on like that. But it looks like there's going to be a need for collaboration in the future, and there's going to be a blockage. So we're just going to have to go ahead and remove that. Currently, you're sitting in a place where you're like, you personally have come full circle. You're at the end of a cycle. And this is a very, it seems like an emotional cycle, but it might have been a little bit more emotionally fulfilling. Like, it doesn't seem like a painful ending. And it looks like you've just given a lot to other people. You've given like your time, your home, your energy, things like that. And the where you're affecting the universe and the universe is affecting you. Yeah, I kind of got that it's hard to ask for help. It seems like you have a decision to make and it's weighing on you and it's really affecting your thoughts. Like, I'm wondering if this is something that you're ruminating on, because it's like, how do I word this? It almost feels like you're sitting there almost waiting for the decision to be made for you. Like, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop so that you don't have to decide yourself. And that's just going to cause more anxiety. It's better just to rip the Band-Aid off. Mentally, you're also kind of stuck, because we are normally, when we get the Hanged Man, it's like a time of pause, it's a time of quiet, it's a time of penance. And this right now doesn't feel like that. It almost feels like I'm stuck because I don't know what to do, instead of I'm stuck because I need to breathe, if that makes sense. The kind of the outcome of this past is, it looks like you're going to need to release, and you're going to need to grieve some things. Like, I'm wondering if, after looking at the cards in a spread like this, that there's a little bit of issue with control and asking for help, and kind of like these pauses and these decisions that you're kind of being stuck in. If, in order to move forward and remove some of the blockages, like with the collaboration and with the kind of ascending into your own throne, if there's certain things that you need to release and need to grieve. Like, I'm wondering if something happened in the past that you're not completely over. And okay, that makes sense. Yes, where to move next? What am I really here to do? Okay, so what I'm going to say is trust your gut and make the decision. Because you're asking yourself what is next and what I'm really here to do, but you already kind of know. You're just afraid to. That was weird. Did anybody else do that?
I heard a voice.
It said
That
grab.
was my phone. My phone went off.
Oh, okay.
That was my phone.
Dag!
Not like last time.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that you already know the answer. You need to trust your intuition to make the decision and stop waiting for someone else or something else to make the decision for you, because you've put in all the work. You've planted all your seeds. You've done everything that needs to be done. The next logical step is to decide what you're worth and what you want to do and how you want to move forward, instead of just kind of waiting around in the muck. Go with your gut, or go with your first instinct. Like, if you're like me, I fly by the seat of my pants. I just blow like a dandelion in the wind. Don't recommend that for everybody, but it's also an option. But yeah, I feel like you just kind of need to grieve and let go of some things. And then once you do that, you'll find your path.
Hopefully that helps with
Yeah.
whatever you have going on. What is that? Rosetta White?
That
She
is
was-
Rosetta White. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
She was pulling cards at the cabin.
Yes,
last
she
week.
was. Yes, she was.
I'm so sad I couldn't make it. This is 2 years in a row that I wanted to go so bad. And
Well, there's always next year.
There's always next year.
yeah, Lois, do the thing. Exactly
Do
like
the
you
thing.
said.
She might have heard that a time or two. She might have heard that a time or two, but I'm not mentioning who might have told her that. Yes, we did, Rosetta. Yes, we did.
Being awfully clingy tonight.
I know she is. Isn't that interesting?
I took her out. She didn't even use the bathroom. I don't know what she's.
I
What's
wonder
up,
if it's something
paranormal?
with the energy because my one cat has been acting different today too. Like he's not meowing in the same way or the same tone or even the same pattern that he normally does. And I'm like, this is something's off.
I wonder what's going on. What? So I wish I would talk to Doolittle so I can understand what she wants.
I know, right? Right. So, is there anybody in chat who would like a tarot reading from Miss Dana?
Let us know.
Put us a message in there and let us know.
We will.
Oh, and I've got 2 decks
Hook
of
you up.
cards tonight. I got
what? Like, let's talk. We have something to talk to you about.
Okay.
So at Cabin Con, they had Philly cheesesteaks.
They did.
Okay.
Let's talk about how Ryan ate his Philly cheesesteak.
Okay. How'd you
I'm
eat
gonna
it?
be honest. Okay. All right. Let me explain to you what was going on. I'm sitting there at my table,
Mhm.
right? And they have the cheesesteak is like stuffed. Like if I pick it up, it's gonna fall apart. Right? So I do the only sensible thing, I think, is instead of eating all the bread, I just take the fork and eat the meat and the cheese out of the bread. Because if I didn't do that, if I tried picking it up, it'd all fall out the back of it, probably onto my pants and have mayonnaise and cheese all over my pants. I didn't really want that.
I've seen that done before.
Okay.
And when I used to work at a little sandwich club at like a little like a sandwich shop chain when I was like a teenager, before Atkins was a thing, people would just ask for cheesesteak on a plate with no roll. So, and I've actually eaten the top of the cheesesteak because it was so full that like I'm just like just to get the top out so I could close it. But I've never done it with a fork.
He did say, he said, I feel like I'm letting Dana down in some
Yes.
fashion. He said, I feel like somehow I'm disgracing her.
Were they like from a place that's like authentic to Philly, or were they just kind of like a local area?
It was just a food truck, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it was a steak and cheese. I don't know if it wasn't even a true Philly steak and cheese.
No.
So I mean, I feel like I am okay doing that because it wasn't authentic.
It wasn't like the chip steak.
No.
Okay, so it was just steak cut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
no, you're fine. You're fine because it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. Good. It wasn't even a real steak and cheese.
A steak and cheese and a cheesesteak are 2 different things, and it's not authentic if they call it a Philly cheesesteak. It's just a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
For Philadelphians, but yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, good.
It wasn't a real cheesesteak.
All right, so we've got 2 requests for readings. We've got Rosetta and Ava.
All right.
When it's Ava's turn, she actually has a question. But Rosetta said, I typically don't let others read me, but I'll let you. She actually let me read for her a little bit this past weekend, so that was pretty awesome. So
yeah, Ron is a great reader. She read for me, and I was impressed.
Yeah, and I trust Dana as well. So come on, Rosetta, you're up.
Rosetta read for me, and she did a good job.
Yeah, Rosetta's awesome. We're gonna have her on the show soon.
Woo.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, it did make you cry, but we're gonna blame half of that on your Reiki session, not all on me.
Yeah, that's you can blame Jerry for at least part of it.
That's right. Did I make you cry, Lois? I don't remember.
Man, Rhonda, make all these people cry. What in the world?
Oops.
You haven't made me cry yet, so there you go.
Right, Rosetta. Heavy with the swords energy, and like, how are you emotionally? Like, has something really crazy happened to you recently? Because I'm seeing like it almost feels like something came rushing in on you, and it was unexpected, and I don't want to say it pulled the rug out from underneath you. It wasn't like a tower moment or anything like that, but you definitely kind of got knocked back from something, and it's leading to a lot of painful endings. So we're just kind of sitting here with kind of like a what the actual fuck moment going on. Like, this is not what I planned for. This is not what's going on. This is not what I wanted. And I'm also sensing like that there was a little bit of anger involved. And I don't know if it was somebody that was unjustly angry at you, or if the situation caused you to be justifiably angry at somebody else. Or if the anger is misplaced, like, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like this, like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know how to process this. And then after you do process this, you're like, fuck them kind of situation, if that makes sense. I do see that the whole goal of everything that's kind of happened is change. Like, this was put in your path because the universe said it's time for a change. And you're not, I always say that death and the tower are very related, because I feel like you get the tower if you ignore death. But in this case, you're not ready for that tower moment yet. But this is your first sign that this change is necessary. This change needs to happen. It looks like what kind of got you there is, it seems to be something that's tied very much to you emotionally. I'm wondering if it's something or someone that has a connection to your childhood, just because of the nostalgia that I'm getting and the cups that I'm getting. So it seems like this was something that was supposed to be like held to your heart and make you happy, and it kind of didn't turn out that way. Like, and I'm kind of getting like somebody's talking in your ear, or somebody was talking in your ear at one point, and I feel like they were coming from a place of their own personal emotions, and they might not have been entirely truthful. And it's just kind of led you into like, I don't understand. And then I also see that like this has been causing for you, and this is going, if the situation is not nipped in the bud, that it's going to cause a lot of stress, sleepless nights for you, and a lot of unnecessary stress. I almost feel like it's one individual, but then I'm getting, how do I put it? I'm getting 1 and 3. So I don't know if it's relating to one individual and there's 3 people involved in the situation, or if there's 3 people that just won't shut their damn mouths. But it seems like it's causing a lot of stress for you, and I feel like it's unnecessary chaos, because I feel like they weren't even supposed to be aligned with your path to begin with. They almost got put there as like an obstacle, like a hurdle that was just put in your path just to make sure that like you were kind of ready to go to the next step. But like that hurdle needs to be jumped. Like, it needs to be cleared. It's time to move forward. Where we're sitting with yourself personally, and where the state of that you're at in your life is, you're on the path of prosperity, and you're learning a lot. And I feel like that you've been working really hard for something, and you're on the right path. Now, how you're affecting the world and how the world's affecting you is the world is screaming, trust your intuition. The world is like, the universe and everything is just like, you know what's up. You don't need validation. Trust your intuition. And I feel like maybe because of this tie to the childhood, like, I don't know if this is a family member or a childhood friend or someone who reminds you of someone, but there's like some type of tie that's like sentimental to you and you're holding on to it way too tight when it needs to be cut. If you can do this and if you can handle the situation properly and clear the hurdles, then you're going to reach that stability and that celebration that you've been looking for, because I feel like you have stability in a sense, but it's not the stability that your heart needs, and you're seeking something different. And you're going to be able to achieve that. It looks like you just need to clear this hurdle first. And as honestly as I can say, fuck them.
That's pretty honest.
That's why we love you, Dana.
That is pretty honest.
Fuck them.
What's up, Vet Girl? And Kevin's in the
Kevin
house.
and Dennis, thanks for joining.
Woo, we had a fun time hanging out with Dennis last weekend.
Yes,
Both
we did.
Dennises, but this is a Dennis from 13th Floor Haunted Media Productions.
We had fun hanging out with them as well.
Rosetta says love her. There we go. We got the Rosetta stamp of approval there.
So Rosetta, I have to let you know something really quick, and then we'll pop back over to Miss Ava. So Miss Ava, get your question in the chat so we know what you want to ask Dana. So
Try
Rosetta,
to keep it general. Don't give me too much information just so that I'm not led by your question.
okay, yeah. So Rosetta, the funny thing is my friend Holly does readings too, and she was live today, and I had her pull some cards, and she went strictly out of cards. She said, I'm picking up a male near you. And she literally comes out and said, this is somebody you have connected with recently doing like a reading or something for somebody. And he's hanging out with you. And now he's trying to support you and be like a guider for you too. And my first thought was, I said, oh my gosh, I did a reading for somebody last weekend unexpectedly. And I know who you're talking about.
Wow.
I thought you would find that interesting.
That's awesome.
Ava, are you still there?
Ava. Well, Ava's leading.
Can I ask a question? She said, can I ask a question?
No, I just put that up there.
Oh, you just put that up there?
Just a reminder that she asked that.
All right, what is that?
Kevin wanted a reading, and then Dennis wants one too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
Rosetta validation for sure.
All right. So we're going with Kevin next.
Yeah,
Kevin
let's do
and
that
then-
and see if Ava comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Ava comes back, she'll go to the top of the list.
There it is, right
Oh,
here.
there she is. There she is. Hold
Yes,
on.
Ava's
back up.
back. Woo!
All right. She said, I'm an empath. I was told to do automatic writing, but I've been attached by negative energy. If I meditate and do automatic writing, can anything attach to me?
Okay. So,
Let's get your answer, and then I've got one for that too,
okay.
which I'm sure is pretty much the same thing you're going to say.
So it all depends on what spiritual practitioner you ask, because when it comes to this, there isn't no real science or anything. It's just a lot of like people who collaborate and come to similar conclusions and then kind of think of it as fact because so many people come to a similar conclusion. What I would suggest is if you're an empath and you're open, then you want to do some type of spiritual protection pretty much all the time, just because empaths are basically absorbing. We're universal sponges. We're emotional sponges. So we're going to be absorbing and taking on energy from like anything that we encounter that has energy. So you want to just start a daily practice of some type of protection, just because that's the only way for you to stay sane with that ability. The other thing is when you're doing something like automatic writing, the way that I understand it is it's very similar to like channeling and trance work. So when you're doing channeling and trance work, you definitely want to do protections because you are opening yourself up to the unknown. So what I would suggest is before you start doing the automatic writing and doing those practices, just practice like minimal protections, like creating a bubble around you when you go outside and stuff so that you absorb minimal energy from people. Once you kind of mastered that, then you can go on to something. And this is just me. This is what I would do personally. Like, I'm not giving you a tip. I don't claim to be an expert, but I would start with something small. And then once you're able to do that, once you're able to create your bubble and kind of like go outside and not be affected by large crowds or anything because you've got that down, then you can look into just like doing other types of protections to protect you while you're doing the automatic writing. There are certain mental exercises and certain spiritual things that you can put into effect to do that. It all depends on your style. How do you do protection? It all depends on your style.
Yeah.
So you've got to decide, are you just going to be working in like the metaphysical realm and working with your abilities? Do you want to follow any type of practice or craft? Because there's a lot of different ways to get protection. You can carry crystals, you can do visualizations, you can create bubbles around you, you can create white lights around you, you can call in your guardians or your ancestors or your spirit guides to protect you. There's a lot of different ways to do it. And I would say start with a clear space, whether you clear it energetically using Reiki or some type of energy practice, whether you use some type of smoke clearing, some type of spray, sound. I would do that and then just make sure to protect yourself. I wear the symbol of my goddess. I carry certain stones with me, and then I do certain that's why I was saying smoke clearing.
Yeah.
And then I do certain, because not everybody does sage and not everybody believes in sage, because white sage is not something that people who are not indigenous should really be using.
White sage or Palo Santo or Florida water, you could use that as well.
Yeah. You can actually, like, some people burn rosemary or lavender depending on what they're going
I've heard
for.
cedar as well. Yeah.
Yeah, cedar. The spray I have right now is white sage and sweetgrass, because sweetgrass does a lot to bring in good energy. But the white sage, this is actually made someone who's got an indigenous heritage, so I feel a little better about that. But yeah, like, there's a lot of different things you can do. I mean, even something as simple as just turning your radio up and having the bass thump to break up the negative vibrations, and then opening a window. Like, that's real simple. Like, that's like real simple lazy girl stuff. But like, I would just say, look into it. See
Yeah.
what protections work best for you. But I would definitely start slow and not dive headfirst into it.
No. And I do automatic writing, and I've never been really concerned about anything attaching to me, but what I will use in light of that, I did not start automatic writing till I had already mastered kind of meditation. I'd already done some meditations to meet my spirit guides and ancestors and understood who my protectors are, and then learn how to protect myself. So I kind of had that basic stuff down before I even attempted the automatic writing. And it's all a lot about intention. So whether you use cedar, whether you use white sage, whether you use sweetgrass, which is another good one, or just Palo Santo on its own, if your intention is whatever it is you're gonna burn, and maybe it's even a rosemary or it's a basil leaf, as long as your intention is this is clearing my energy, it will do what you need it to, or I'm using it to protect my energy. It was very good thing is like just said in the background is to do it before and after. So yeah. There's a lot. It really depends, but I think I wouldn't dive into automatic writing until you've got a basic foundation of knowing what works for you for protection, and who your guides are and who's out there protecting you. So
yeah, and like, I was just reading the comments. So like, yeah, you can do church incense if that makes you feel protected. And then faith is super important because intention is a lot of it, and everybody believes in something different. So like, people who practice Christianity, they're going to call in Jesus or God. People who practice like paganism are going to call in their gods. People who practice different spiritual faiths are going to call in their guides and things like that. But you got to do what works for you. So I would just kind of see what you vibe with, and then, whatever you take from me or Rhonda that resonates, kind of take that and run with it.
Yep.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, and I would agree with Paranormal that said sort of faith is super important.
Mm-hmm.
And that is whatever your faith is. Whatever it is you believe in, that's where to tap into. I'm not going to tell you what to believe in or what I believe or how to believe, but whatever it is that gives you that source for you, as long as you tap into that and you set those intentions, you should be fine. But I get a good background on that. If you need any help, reach out to me or Dana, and we can kind of get that started for you. And then, but I mean, I'm totally comfortable. I mean, automatic writing, you are channeling in a sense, but I've never been frightened by it.
I was taught sage to, what's that say? To clear sweetgrass? What?
Sweetgrass to invite in the good, and cedar as an offering. I've heard that too.
I've heard that as well. And then Scott said the writing is still a form of letting spirits in. It's like playing with a Ouija board. You never can tell what will come through. This is true. I mean, you don't know. I look at Ouija boards and I look at automatic writing and I look at table tipping. And for a long time, I was very scared of all of that. But in a way, it's just a form of divination. And as long as you understand how it works and how to protect yourself, can you guarantee what will come through? No, but I think there's ways to do it properly.
Yeah. Definitely. And like, I would definitely suggest that until you are comfortable with your protections and all of that, maybe have someone witness it while you're doing it, just to kind of bring you back if it goes south.
I would agree. I would never do automatic writing totally by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even investigate by myself. Like when people talk about doing solos and things like that, I'm like, yeah, that's a no for me. Nope.
Well, Rhonda,
there that's watching me and make sure that I am being me at the same moment. And like my team lead, John Sullivan, he's only pulled me out twice, but it was when I was doing mirror scrying, and it wasn't because anything happened other than he was taking pictures and saw something in front of me or close to me. He was like, whoa, let's change this. Let's change this really quick. Fear can cause a bad experience. They know if you're afraid. That is a very good point. There's a lot to feeding the fear. And that's something we talk a lot about in like paranormal ethics and stuff like that, because if they know you're afraid, they're going to feed off of that.
Yeah. But Rhonda, remember the experience I told you about how the spirit like completely like jumped into me and showed me her whole life?
Yeah.
That is why I don't want to do things alone.
Right. Exactly. And luckily every time someone on my team has said something's not quite right here, I have felt totally fine and it hasn't been an ordeal, but at least there was somebody with me to say, whoa, I'm not real comfortable with what I'm seeing right now. We need to stop until I can validate you are you right now. So.
All right. Who is next for a reading?
Kevin is next for a reading.
All right.
Let's make Preet sing here the last reading.
Okay.
That should take us up past 10 o'clock.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got on a tangent, but I'm glad we were able to talk about that.
I think we could do a whole show on what you guys were talking about and go more of a deeper dive into it and have you both on talking about it.
Okay. Oh, I would love to. And I would love to talk about my theories with like the Ouija board itself, because I feel like a lot of people don't have my perspective on the Ouija board.
Yeah, well, let's plan on doing that sometime
especially like my whole I used a Ouija board and had a crazy experience. And
I've had tons.
Scared to death of it for years until I met somebody who has really studied how to work with it, and it made me feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I've had tons throughout my life, and I've kind of developed a perspective of it that I feel like is different than a lot of people actually that I've heard someone bring up. So, but when a lot of people hear it, they're like, oh my God, that makes so much sense.
So what you're saying is when I'm at a cemetery investigating with the kids, that isn't the time to practice automatic writing. For you, Rosetta, because you're already, I mean, I think you know who your spirit guides are, and your faith is strong and all of that. I feel like you would be okay. The fact that you're talking kids, I think if they're children, then that's when I'd be like, maybe not. If you had like a friend with you or somebody, like I would say like camaraderie kind of like group, that I'd maybe feel more tapped into that. I'm always a little nervous about just tapping into anything random. You know what I mean? And of course, when we paranormal investigate, we're tapping into random stuff, but at the same time, again, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take some of it back. I would be a little more cautious about something that with children around. Just that's my perspective. But I also believe in setting the intentions of what it is you want to do, right? And so if your intentions are, when I go to a paranormal investigation, my first thing is like I have my own ritual of how I get started. And the first thing is I only want to speak to spirits of the light, those that are tied to this property, those that have something, a story they want to tell. I'm not trying to connect to somebody's loved ones. I'm not trying to connect to anything that's trying to be evil. Now, granted, can they avoid what I'm saying? Yes. But for the most part, they do. My experience is spirits understand boundaries. So, I mean, there's that as well.
All right.
She was
Rosetta.
I have some cards out.
All right.
Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
Woo! Okay, so I feel like right now, I'm almost getting a sense that like you're a little bit more emotionally intelligent than you've been in a long time. You're kind of like in touch with your feelings, and you're also kind of sitting in a position where if you don't have it, you understand how to sit in your power and be more abundant and have like the things that we look for on the earthly realms, like health, wealth, money, stability, things like that. So I feel like you're in a position to where even if you're not there yet, you understand how to get there. And we're a little bit more on the side of emotional understanding as opposed to like being irrational or things like that. And we're also kind of crossed with really understanding how to use our words and learning how to communicate better. Even if it's not intentional learning, I feel like it's learning nonetheless. There is a potential outcome where it looks like I almost feel like you're in your head, but it's twofold, because I feel like you're in your head because there's a potential for an opportunity and maybe you're overthinking it. It's so weird that I can't really verbalize it, but it's like the potential for something to happen has you creating scenarios in your head and overthinking things. But I almost feel like it's a positive, like whatever the situation is, it has a positive outcome. But like, I'm wondering if there's some issues with the rumination and stuff like that. But I do see that there's a potential for opportunity here. When we're looking at the past and the things that kind of got you here, the scales were not in your favor. I almost wonder like what type of childhood you had or what type of life you've had like in the last 10 years, because it seems like things have not been in your favor and it's just been one thing after another. And it seems like we're kind of coming out of that. But during that time, it created a lot of emotional turmoil. I keep getting that there's like some type of loss, even though the cards don't tell me that. So I'm wondering if that's something that you needed to work through. What I can see in the future is like right now there's a couple things that you need to work through, but it looks like the ability to move forward in the next chapter and make the decision. Like it's like I want to say, how do I put this? I want to say you're push forward and I want to say dominate because make life your bitch is a little too. But yeah, like push forward, make life your bitch. Like if you've been sitting there getting the shitty end of the stick for a while, like going forward, it looks like you just got to turn around and like tell everybody what's up. Like you're the one who is in charge. You're the one who is making the decisions. Like none of this nice guy shit.
No more fucking around, Kevin. It's done.
It is not holding back tonight.
That's right.
Now, where you're kind of sitting right now, like in yourself, is you do not give yourself enough freaking credit. Like, I feel like you're someone who really works your ass off. Nobody like, people see it, but the right people don't see it. Like, the people in your corner see it, but like, everybody else is just like, oh, he's old reliable. Like, and they don't realize how hard you work. And you need to celebrate yourself. And it's about time to make sure that other people celebrate you too. Where you're affecting the world and the world's affecting you, like you're sitting in your chariot right now. You just need to decide which direction you want to drive it in. And as far as how, like your inner thoughts, like I feel like you have more clarity on the situation than you realize because you've been doing the work. Whether it was intentional or not, you've had a lot of emotional growth and you've had a lot of growth with your communication. So as far as you're concerned, like things seem balanced to you. Like everything is like this cycle is coming to an end. And I feel like it's one of those things that like, you know it, but you don't know it. Like, if that makes sense. Because it's like one of those things, like I say, I need it, but I don't need it, or I know it, but I don't know it, because sometimes you don't know it until somebody tells you. And then it's like, I've been thinking that, but now the switch is flipped. So just know that. And the current path that you're on, it is going to lead to a decision that you need to make. And I feel like the decision is really going to come down to who's in your corner and who's not in your corner, if that makes sense. Like whatever decision is presented to you, when it comes time to decide, it's going to be like, go with the one where I've got people in my corner. Now they could just be supporting you making that decision and really want you to make that decision and like be like, we'll support you regardless. It's not a devil I know or devil I don't know situation. It's more like you're going to have an obvious choice. So you're going to have an obvious choice because one situation, you're going to have a lot of support, and the other situation, it's going to sound awesome, but it's not really what you want either. That might be the logical choice, but the other choice with the support might be the better one for you, if that makes sense.
She's reading our friend Kevin. They're paranormal.
Hi, Tanya.
Who's playing hockey tonight?
Hockey. All right. So next on the list is Dennis Hagen.
Woo!
13th Floor Haunted Media Productions.
I like the Red Wings, and they're terrible this year, so I haven't been watching hockey lately. Big D Dennis.
Dennis, do you have a family member that visits you?
Do you mean in spirit, Dana?
Yeah.
Or alive?
Spirit.
Okay, just checking.
I told you I'm off tonight.
I mean,
Or like, I want to say attachment, but like that has such a negative connotation. But like, oh my God, now that makes me mad that I didn't say he's your grandpa.
Because that's what you were picking up.
Yes. I also feel like Dennis has had some activity lately. I don't know where, because it feels like it might not necessarily have been at home, but there's been some activity lately too. I'll try to elaborate on that as I get more. Alrighty. A lot of people are sitting in the King of Pentacles card tonight. I wonder if a lot of people just like with everything that so I'm wondering, it seems like that's the theme of the night. So a lot of people are just kind of sitting in their power as far and kind of like just having a maturity and an understanding and being very like loving and generous and understanding that like holding on to what you're able to give doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to keep it. And I see that you're sitting in this position of power and you've kind of developed this maturity and this understanding. And we're also kind of crossed by, it seems like a lot of celebration or reason to celebrate. But I'm also getting the feeling that like when it comes with like everything that's going on, it almost feels like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like it feels crowded. So I wonder if you've got like, but in a positive way, but like for me, that would be overwhelming because I have social anxiety. So it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just something that's kind of overwhelming for me. So it's like you're in a good space. It looks like mentally and all of that, and that there's a lot going on. So I'm wondering if there's a lot to celebrate, or if there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Now, when we get to kind of like what the goal is here, the goal is, okay, this is where the too many cooks in the kitchen comes in. So the goal is to like manage the chaos. And when I say that, it seems like there's something going on where a lot of people are trying to like imagine everybody up, but everybody's reading different directions. So everybody's just kind of like bumping into each other. Like there's no set guidance. There's no set direction. So it's almost feeling like everybody wants to achieve the same goal, but everybody's got a different idea of how to go about it. And that's kind of causing a little bit of chaos. Again, I'm feeling very heavy in my chest. And then that also makes me wonder, like, even though you're in a good space right now, like, are you okay emotionally? Because there's a lot of like sitting on my chest, like heavy anxiety, heart palpitations. It makes me wonder. Now, kind of going on the path that kind of led you there. I almost wonder if there was an authoritative man in your past who was just very no nonsense and like he didn't ask for respect, he commanded respect. Because I'm getting this kind of energy. And it could also be like maybe you were just through a lot of battles and battle worn, and that in the past just kind of left you on the path that you're on right now. But then I'm also getting that there was a partnership, there was a relationship. And how do I word this? Because the card is the Lovers. So it's like, I don't want to say necessarily, because like whenever I see cards, I don't want to jump to the obvious conclusion. And the obvious conclusion with the Lovers would be that there was a relationship. The card is reversed. The energy was blocked. Maybe the relationship didn't work out very well. But I don't know, because I'm getting this heavy energy. So I'm trying to interpret the energy. But the good thing is that I see a lot of, like, I see a happiness in the future. It looks like there's just some things you need to move through. Now, where you're kind of sitting right now is I feel like you're speaking your truth. I feel like you're letting everybody know what the deal is. You're not being a dick about it, but you're being assertive. And the way you're affecting the universe and the way the universe is affecting you right now is there's change going on. Doors are closing, other doors are opening, things are falling away that no longer need to be there. And we're kind of like stepping from one chapter into the next, an old life into the new life. But where your mind is, we are thinking clear. Well, yeah, I was going to say where your mind is, you're thinking clear, you're speaking your mind, and your mind moves fast. So when you make a decision, that's it. No need to worry. And what we're going to be at in the future is the goal is balance. It's to achieve balance. And that makes a lot of sense with the chaotic energy I'm getting. But I do want to pull some clarifiers because I can't figure out this energy. Okay. All right, so this makes sense. So when I was going back to the past, it feels like there was a time in the past where it was almost like we were stuck. The way out was obvious, but I almost feel like people were kind of like misleading you or making you feel like the obvious way out wasn't the obvious way out. Because like every time you're like, I want to do this, they would shut it down. They would shut it down. And so then you're like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? But since then, we have created and planted seeds to move forward and have a better future. And it looks like that's definitely happening. And that's where the being seated and kind of like understanding and stuff came in. Like that's sitting in your power, because very quickly you learn to be straightforward and speak your mind. And can't make sense of this. Okay. So there's definitely a lot of wand energy going on here. So it also leads me to believe that there's like something that's been pissing you off lately. But when it comes down to it, you've actually got the upper hand, even though it might feel like, when is this going to end? And that's going to give you more ability to move forward and reach out to that balance. As far as the energy that I'm getting, it's past, and it just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. Like, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to revisit that. And I hope that made sense because, like, this is the first time ever that I've done this, and I'm getting something that I can't verbalize.
That is interesting. What does that mean? You can't verbalize it. You just can't put it into words, or what was it like?
I can't put it into words. It's almost like, so it was a heaviness in my chest and anxiety and having a hard time communicating, and it felt like a loss, but then it also felt like a celebration at the same time. You know what it feels like? It feels like, here's a perfect analogy. So you know how when you go to a funeral luncheon and there's a really sucky situation that you're there, so you have all this anxiety, but it's still good to see your loved ones, the ones that you only see at weddings and funerals. So there's like a positive note and a sucky note at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a little bit of grief. It kind of feels like that.
Like you almost forget that you're supposed to be feeling bad because you see someone that you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
It's still in the back of your head.
Yeah. So it feels like whatever's causing this emotion has a positive tint to it, or a silver lining.
And like sometimes the readings, sometimes it may take a second or two.
Yeah, well, I've had people come back like a month or two later and be like, hey, this finally makes sense for me.
Yeah, me too. I've had the ones where it's like, okay, I don't know where this is going. I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. Take it.
Just know all about.
Take it, and you'll figure it out. And then they call you like a week later, and they're like, oh, I know who that person was.
Know all about dogs driving us crazy.
Oh my gosh. Mine are sleeping right now. Thank goodness.
He's a Pisces.
You're a Pisces. Oh, okay.
That makes so much sense.
I wonder if Preet still's here. Preet Singh, if you're here, let us know in the comments. I don't know what was going on with her, man. Didn't she even use the bathroom? I took her out twice.
Did she still use the bathroom?
No. Now she's sitting on the porch. And it was raining outside too. Woo! Preet's here.
Yep.
Right.
The final reading. We have 2 hours left until the end of the world.
Night, Scott.
Before the end of the world.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Scott. It really sucks to put all these readings into good use since it's the end of the world today.
Right.
Alrighty. So for Preet, we're definitely kind of stuck inside ourselves right now. I'm wondering if you're stuck inside your head or if you're just more likely an introvert, because I'm definitely getting introvert vibes here. And we're kind of crossed by something that has like intrigued us. So I wonder if it's an opportunity or a person, because I definitely see something being sparked and you like being intrigued. Like, okay, interesting. Do I pay more attention to this? This is what I want? And then in the goal of the situation is to actually manifest something that is, it seems like you're almost like sparking a passion again, or you're intrigued by like a new passion, a new hobby, a new job, a new person. But I almost feel like this is something that we've been manifesting and that we've been wanting. It looks like you've went through a period in the past where you've went through some deep reflection and some resting. So it almost makes me wonder, like, if you've gone through therapy or if you've just had a moment in your life to kind of reflect and redirect and like decide what you want. And then I definitely see in the future that like some of this manifestation is also going to be coming in in more like stability, like a home stability or a financial stability. And then where you're sitting right now is you are trying to drive your chariot, but you feel like you have a little bit of a blockage right now. So you're trying to control your own fate, but it's not going exactly the way you want. You're kind of like, what's going on with this? Because I thought I was manifesting this. Where you're affecting the universe and the universe is affecting you is it looks like there's a little bit of a breakdown with communication. And it's like, I almost wonder, because it feels like maybe you have good speaking skills, but the people you have to communicate with don't have good listening skills, maybe. Because it kind of feels like there's a little bit of breakdown there. Like news and things are supposed to be coming, but like no one knows how to talk. So that makes me curious. Now, I feel like you've got a fire burning inside you currently, kind of like in your thoughts, like something's definitely burning inside of you. And I wonder if you're getting like pissed off or impatient. And I'm also wondering if maybe you have gave a little bit of a verbal lashing here and there. Like not like straight up you lose your temper, but like kind of like went off a little bit here and there. But it looks like going on the path that you're going on, you have the upper hand to the battles that you are facing. And I would just kind of stay confident because you've learned a lot and you're on the right path. I would just kind of look at the communication a little bit more, see if it's a you problem or if it's a them problem, and kind of just like sit back and allow the family member. Sorry, I'm sitting here reading the comments. Sit back and allow your intuition to take you. And it was your grandpa.
It was your grandpa.
Yeah. I'm a little mad that I didn't say it first because now I look like a fake. But
no, you definitely look like a fake. That's for sure. That is for sure.
It was definitely your grandpa. And that's why I was asking if you had activity or anything. And I'm sorry, Priya. I hope that made sense. That's why I was asking if you had any activity or anything lately, because I feel like there's one or two things that have happened to you that maybe it was like a synchronicity or a song coming on the radio or something like actually paranormal happening and you weren't necessarily like in your house. Like you might have been at work or in a car or somewhere that's not home, but might feel like home to you. And like something or a series of events are happening and you're just like, that's really odd. Because I feel like those might be messages, especially the song thing.
Is that for Dennis or Preet?
That was for Dennis.
Okay.
For
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My work just gave me questions on how they can improve communication between employees and managers. Okay, glad. I'm so sorry, Pri. Like I'm off today. Like my brain is just not moving the way it's supposed to be moving, and I'm kind of going on feelings and less on words. So I'm glad that made sense to you. It's good to know even on my off days, I'm not 100% off.
You're still making sense.
Yeah.
This is Thursday. So I'm going to go all day tomorrow thinking it's Wednesday tomorrow. You know? So we're throwing everybody off by being on here Thursday night.
Even ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed the readings tonight. And thank you, Dana, for helping us out tonight.
No problem. It's always a pleasure to come on and read.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Anything else going on here? Ava, LOL.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for the reading. Dennis says thank you. Lois says thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us on a Thursday
Yes,
night.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
And now I know
Yes.
what I'm going to talk about the next time I'm on. Or unless we
Yes.
just reserve a episode for me and Rhonda just to
Right.
spiritual theory.
You know what? I've been going to the beach here in June, so maybe we'll do another we'll do another
Girls
paranormal
round
chat
table.
like
Okay,
you did last time.
that works.
That worked
That
out
works
pretty
for
well.
me.
Yep.
I'm excited to
'Cause
discuss
I have
the
nothing to add to
mutual
that
theory.
shit.
You have nothing to add. You have learned
Nothing
nothing
to add.
from us, Ryan. Nothing.
Well, I mean, I'll just be repeating what you told me before. Like, yes, you're right. I concur.
I've heard her say that before. That's correct.
Yes, that is correct. Great show and best.
Good answer.
gift.
Good
Thank
answer.
you.
That's right. We are huge fans of Dana.
Oh, you're gonna fill in for Brian.
Okay, there we go.
Come on, Dennis, let's do it.
There we go. Florida, I'll be there in June. I'll be in North Carolina in June.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere in June that's hotter than where I live.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to get the heat in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sarasota, there we go.
Sarasota.
Fun.
the part of Pennsylvania that I live in, like, tell me why we can have one day that's like 70 degrees. Like, this is springtime weather for us. One day it'll be like 70 degrees, and then the next day it's like 32.
Yeah, that's Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
It
like,
was-
tell me
All
why.
day long.
It was 70 degrees one day. And you know about this, Rhonda. It was walking the dog in shorts weather.
It was
And it
like
was
it was
raining
warmer
and
than
snowing
70.
by
It was in
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
the 80s. And it was snowing by nighttime.
Yeah. I'm like,
It
what in the
was-
world?
It was like, I think 97, 98, either yesterday or the day before. It was one of the hottest days in May that we had in the area. And today it was 65.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we started out the day really warm and now it's cooler again. I
Yeah.
think like
Once
it
that-
was almost 90 and then like a couple hours later it was 73.
Once that front came through, it
Yeah.
temperature plummeted.
Yeah, we wake up some mornings and it's like in the 50s, and then it'll be like up in the 80s, almost 90 later in the day. And I'm like, how can you have good question, Dennis. So I have a Facebook and an Instagram. I have a TikTok, but I usually just use it to doom scroll. I don't really post much. But it's Divinations. So Divinations, but with an S plural, by Dana.
Divinations by Dana.
Yeah, and then if you ever want to reach out to me directly, you can always either message me on any of those platforms, or I have a email account, which is divinationsbydana@gmail.
The Poconos. I remember that. That used to be a NASCAR race in the Poconos. I
Yeah,
guess
the
they're still
Poconos
there.
is crazy. Their weather is like that too.
Yeah. I think pretty much anywhere, once you get above North Carolina, up on the East Coast, anything goes. You're
Absolutely.
either going to get Florida weather or you're going to get upstate New York weather.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. They say, like, especially for the part of the East Coast that I live in, like the southeastern Pennsylvania, we get all the weather. Like, if you ask us if we get like this kind of weather, we're just like, yes.
Pretty
And
much.
if you can live here, you can live anywhere, because our winters will be like in the negatives. And so, depending on what part of the state you're in, you could get all the snow.
Right.
And it'll be in the negatives. And then our summers are in the hundreds with the high humidity and the icky, sticky.
Yep.
Tell you what, with that ice, pretty much shut everything down here.
For
We
like
were just
2 weeks. It was
helpless.
terrible.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I shut anything down. Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, he has a
Haunted collection.
interesting museum. I don't give you too much information.
Yeah, don't in
But
case
he
we
has
do it.
interesting stuff in his house.
Yeah, paranormal. Like I've been told, and I've been to Colorado. Colorado weather is very much like Virginia.
And plus you
Very
have
much like Virginia.
those pretty mountains as well.
Minus the humidity. Oh, you get all the humidity where I'm at.
Me too. Us too. That's why I can't say it yet.
Don't say it. Don't.
Whatever it is, don't say it. Do not speak it into existence.
I'm taking the advice from we had the show about being positive about the summertime, and I am doing my damnedest.
And we're not even there yet, Ryan. We're not.
I know it's
I don't
like,
even care that
oh
it was
my God.
98 yesterday. There was zero humidity. It was just hot.
It was fine. I like that. I enjoyed that.
Did you really?
Yes.
Somebody write it down.
The heat.
Ryan
I don't like
enjoyed
heat.
98 degrees. Write that down. Write it down.
Heat, I don't mind. It's the humidity that gets to me.
I'm the type of person who will get hot and then not realize I'm hot if there's no humidity. And then I'll be like, why am I so miserable? Like, the room that I work out of is a converted attic, and it's basically a hot box.
Right. That would, yeah.
And the longer the sun sits on it, and if I don't have a fan or something on me, I will gradually get hot, and I will be like, why am I so miserable? Like, why am I so grumpy? And then I'll be like, I'm hot.
Yeah, I get really tired. Like my energy is like non-existent. Like the past couple of days, man, I've just been like, oh my God, like totally unmotivated. So I don't know if that has to do with it being so warm outside or what, but
Yeah, I don't want to do anything when it's hot out. I just want to sit in a tank top and shorts and eat ice cream.
I mean, that seems like a good idea to me.
Pool.
That seems like a great idea to me.
Yeah.
You put new merch on the store. Yeah, I was trying to buy a shirt there.
Yeah, I noticed y'all posted out there. You've got some cool spring looking stuff out there, so it's awesome.
Woo. All right, guys.
Intrigued by his items.
So go to 13th Floor Haunted Media Productions and check out his store, guys.
Yep.
And show love. Actually, go check out their YouTube page as well.
Agreed.
And check out the Cabin on 360 while you're at it. Check out FPRI.
Yep, check out FPRI. Jason. John's been starting to post a little bit out on TikTok. So
yeah. Awesome. And you guys like us. We're on Facebook, the Freakin Awesome Paranormal Show.
We're on
TikTok. Instagram.
We're all we would usually be tonight, but you know.
Yeah, we would usually
be
on
Dana,
TikTok,
so we decided let's go all out.
Let's go all out for Dana. For sure. So give us a like and go and I won't say like and subscribe, but I don't think they do that on Facebook. Do they do that on Facebook?
That's a like and follow.
Like and follow. That's what it is. Like and subscribe on YouTube. That girl. We haven't seen her in a while. Welcome.
I know, we've
Welcome
missed
back.
you.
We missed you. Yes, Cabin on 360. Awesome location. We had some fun stuff. That was a fun event last weekend.
It really was. Him and I were talking about it today and how much fun it was.
I gotta get there. I really do.
You can make fun of me for how I eat my Philly steak and cheese. Actually, no steak and cheese. What even the Philly?
It was a steak and cheese.
Like, Rhonda and I had a conversation where I was just giving my impressions on the cabin based on photos and videos that I read. And I'm really curious now, especially because she kind of like confirmed some of what I read to be like her impressions as well. And like, I've never been there. So that makes me really curious. I really want to go.
There's literally a little bit of everything at the cabin. I mean, between the actual spirits that are there, between the energy that's there from, the other things, and then the fact that you are dealing with some things there that were clearly never, ever even.
Yeah.
So.
And they've done a lot of work out there too. And Dennis has opened up the back the woods, put trails all the way through the woods now, and they're doing a lot to make the cabin a very viable destination for paranormal investigations. So,
yep,
well, that's good to hear.
Huh?
Yeah,
I said that's good to hear.
Yes,
yeah. He's done so much with it.
He's had a lot of help. He actually put together a flower memorial. Like
I saw that.
Yeah,
so good.
One of his helpers, what they call them misfits, the misfit toys.
The misfit toys.
Yeah, she actually, well, one of them designed it, and the other person actually put it together, and they put flowers in it. It's like a butterfly.
Yeah, I was seeing that online. The pictures of the cabin posted, and it looks so pretty. But the pictures I seen, they said they weren't quite done yet.
No, that's only the beginning.
Yeah,
they're gonna add some more plants. I think the butterfly might be done. I think we're done with the tarot card readings, Christian. Because we're about to get off of here, but we'll have Dana
back next month.
We'll have Dana back on probably twice next month.
Twice.
Yeah, so come back probably around the same time. We'll plan on doing it probably on a Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday's the normal night.
Yeah.
With the normal vibes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I think next week, unless Haunted Foodie message me back, we're gonna have a shoot the shit.
It's gonna be a shoot the shit free for all on Tuesday, which is my favorite kind of show.
So
I love them. We never know where that's gonna take us.
And really, the hours seem to go by really fast with those shows.
Yeah.
Dana, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone in chat, for hanging out with us on a Thursday, especially since it's the end of the world. We definitely appreciate
End of the world day, and holiday weekend coming up. Glad you could squeeze us in.
Happy Memorial Day, guys.
Yeah.
This Monday, where you're out, having fun with your friends. Don't forget to, think about those who died to serve our country and preserve our freedoms. So we really appreciate everyone who is in the service, who gave their lives for us, and those of you who are still in the service. We really appreciate you so much. I'll be out the cemetery this weekend planting flags.
And I will not. One day we're gonna have the flag planting when I don't have something out at Belgrove, but we've got Beltrusis and Kim's event out there, so I'll be out there all weekend.
One day. Don't forget to ask Sam about.
I'm gonna ask Sam about coming on the show for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll be back here Tuesday night, same freaking awesome time.
Same freaking awesome show.
Bye.
Bye.